So I did actually do the thing yesterday, like actually committed to it. And so I called the director of the program. I think it was the same woman that had done the orientation, but I called in and talked to him more about it and signed up and gave them my dollars and scheduled all of the appointments. There's one where you have to do like baseline labs and an EKG, and then there's like an hour-long consult with the doctor to like go over stuff to make sure that like, you know, you're good to do this or whatever. And then there is an opportunity where you can pick up like a sample kit of all of the foods, because it's like shake, I think it's shakes, bars, and soups. And so you can pick up a sample kit of all of the different flavors to try between now and when the actual program starts, so that when I think it's week 2 that you actually like start meal replacing with that. And so by that time, and kind of like tried a bunch of stuff and we'll know like what to order, which I thought was kind of cool, because I had thought about it and was like, what if I like whatever. I'm not even really that concerned about that piece of it. I think for me, this is like, maybe it's like a reverse psychology thing in my brain, but the like restriction, right? Because it's meal replacement. So you're literally having like shakes, bars, soups, like that's it, I think. And you also get like 2 cups of a handful of like vegetables. There's like a couple of options. And that's it for like 16, 17 weeks, something like that. And so I think, you know, the like initial reaction would be like, oh my God, that's so restrictive. That's like, gonna be so hard. What's up? And like, maybe I'll get there. But right now it feels the opposite of restrictive. Like it feels like, oh my God, I don't have to think about that. I don't have to think about, oh, I should eat something healthy right now, or oh, I haven't eaten, so I need to stop and get, or like, oh no, I ate really healthy all day, but I didn't get enough calories in, clearly, because right now I'm shoveling down a bunch of food like right before bed because I'm hungry. I don't have to think about any of that. None of it. Like I either have like a soup, a shake, a bar, I eat that. It's the calories, it's the nutrients that I need. Moving on. Like that. And again, maybe it's like some weird reverse psychology thing that's happening in me right now, but like no part of that feels restrictive, feels so freeing. I'm like, there's so much room for activities in my brain now because I won't have to think about that. Now, will the thoughts be, I'm really hungry, or this tastes like garbage, or oh my God, I can't wait to have a burger? Maybe, you know, maybe, quite possible. But I feel like I'll have room for those thoughts because I won't have been trying and then beating myself up because I tried and here I am failing again. Like that's what a lot of it's felt like for the past probably year. I would say that like I feel like I'll do really good, and then I fall off, and then I beat myself up, and then I, you know, it's like, oh my God, to not like, well, like that's just gone. Like, oh, so freeing. Whew. Yeah, sounds great. Even like right now, I'm thinking about like I did a class this morning, and I went to the later class, and so then I didn't end up having time to like I usually make like a smoothie in the morning, and I didn't have time to make it. And so now I'm like, I'm hungry, and I'm like, oh, and I'm at work. So it's like the options are, you know, I just got to work. So it's like the options are, do I grab like a breakfast sandwich? Do I grab this? Do I grab that? Like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to not be hungry and go about my day. So yeah, the idea that like that whole process is going to be gone feels super liberating. like really, really liberating. And I am hopeful that I will carry that energy into the, I'm sure the first like couple of days of it are the worst. I feel like that's kind of always the case. But as much as like part of, yesterday I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I wish I could just start today. But I'm glad that it's not. I'm glad that I have these weeks leading up to it to like do the like mental side of it, do the real preparation, and really buckle down on like the self-awareness piece as to why I'm doing this and why just why I'm doing this and what it's going to mean and how much it's going to change my life, and really get myself in like a really good, strong, determined, grateful headspace starting this, so that when I start it, it doesn't feel like a punishment. It doesn't feel like a restriction. It doesn't feel like a bad thing, but feels like I said the other day, like that life raft. Like, so yeah, that's where I am at today with it. I'm still like really excited about it, and I haven't told anyone that I'm doing this, and I don't think I'm going to for a while. I think I'm gonna I was trying to look last night and find like even just on like YouTube, like some people's like experiences with how they've dealt with certain things, and I really couldn't find anything. And so that also kind of led me to like, okay, well, then you do it. You document and you talk about your experience, and that can be helpful for, maybe there's another person like me in 4 or 5 months that is thinking about starting the same thing, and they'll be able to look it up and listen to me ramble, and it might help them. That'd be great, because I really wish that someone would have rambled and uploaded it, because that would have been helpful last night when I was looking for stuff and couldn't find a damn thing. But yeah, I'm still just like, I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to really dive into kind of like the emotional aspect of it over the next couple of days, weeks, and get really clear on my why. And then I will share, with people like, hey, so guess what? I'm doing this thing. And by that point, I don't, because it's like, how people are, right? Like everybody's got something to say. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got a story, all those things. And people have their own like fears about things. And, so I think a lot of the times the thought of what somebody else is going to think about what you're doing stops you from doing it in general. I know it does for me, like, good gosh. To the point though, where it's like, I don't give people a chance sometimes. Like I assume maybe that they're going to not get what I'm doing, or think that it's weird, or think that it's dumb, or think like that it's silly, or judge it, or whatever. And half the time when I've actually given someone the chance by like sharing what it is that I'm thinking or doing or whatever, they're either supportive or just don't care. And either's totally fine, like totally fine. The majority of people aren't spending a pile of time thinking about what you're doing. They're thinking about what they're doing. So in the moment though, I'm sure there's going to be like, what, how could you do that? Or I could never, or all the, like kind of things that people will say or might say. And so, yeah, I'm going to spend some time kind of thinking about that, and thinking about what I'm afraid of hearing, what would be uncomfortable, and like what my why, what's to unpack there, and then get the response together, and get the reasoning together as to why, so that I have kind of crafted canned responses and can be really clear and concise with the answers to questions that people might have, or even just to the why, so that I don't feel like I'm having to convince anyone, but more that I'm just able to like clearly and concisely state, this is what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to work now.